So far in 2023, I have posted a YouTube video every day. Can't wait to see how long I keep that up, which includes the entire month of January. As always, I have neatly compiled every single video I made last month for your convenience. Enjoy the video, and you might just learn something you never knew about my server.
The most important tool that you'll ever use in Minecraft is the pickaxe. And the best pickaxe that you can make in survival has efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, mending, and either silk touch or fortune. But what if I told you that you might never have to craft a pickaxe again? Okay, well maybe not ever again, but you'll definitely use it like 1,000 times less. On my Minecraft server, you get access to the 4 elemental powers, so you can just mine with your earthbending instead. Your earth tunnel ability mines around ores, so it makes finding important minerals much easier. You also get access to the extraction ability, which lets you collect fully smelted iron or gold ingots straight from the ore. However, if you're the type of person who prefers caving over strip mining, let me introduce you to the dig ability. Similar to earth tunnel, this move lets you burrow underground, but the difference is that dig is for traveling, not for mining. So this ability is perfect for finding caves to loot or climbing back to the surface when you get lost. One of the hardest items to get in vanilla Minecraft is the elytra, as they can only be found in end cities that generate with a floating ship. And once you get them, it's unmatched as the best traveling method in the entire game. But what if I told you that there's an even better way to get around? On my Minecraft server, you can harness the 4 elemental powers. So instead, you'll be able to fly with your airbending abilities. Not only can airbending fly faster than an elytra, but it also grants the user fall damage immunity. So you won't have to worry about face planting into any more trees. Still not convinced? If you really don't want to take off that elytra, then you can just use it with your airbending. You can use your flatulate ability to instantly propel yourself into the air instead of wasting time crafting fireworks. Now you can fly fast and also save some resources. Also tomorrow, don't miss the grand opening of our brand new Pirates RPG Adventure server where you can sail actual pirate boats and have battles with your friends. So make sure to subscribe to the Bendersmc YouTube channel if you want to join. Coal might be the most important resource in Minecraft. It's the first ore you mine at the beginning of the game and it fuels your entire survival operation. But what if I told you coal is completely useless? Let me explain. On my Minecraft server, you get access to the 4 elemental powers. If you choose firebending, your hands are basically furnaces, so you can cook raw food right in your fist. You can also instantly turn sticks into torches by lighting them on fire, and I just love how that makes sense. But can you smelt multiple items at once? You sure can. Your firebending basically acts as an infinite fuel source, so you can just use your fire blast ability to power several furnaces at once. So next time you go mining, skip the coal. In 1.13, Mojang added the swimming function to Minecraft, which lets the player travel 5.5 blocks per second or up to 10 blocks per second with the Dolphin's Grace effect, which is even more efficient than the boat, which can only move at 7 blocks per second. But what's actually the fastest way to swim? On my Minecraft server, you get access to the 4 elemental powers. So if you choose waterbending, your passive abilities let you swim at over 15 blocks per second. Still not good enough? If you have a real need for speed, try combining it with some Depth Strider 3 boots.
You'll never catch me, crabs. Not when I shift into maximum overdrive. Hi-ya!
And let's forget about speed for a second, because waterbenders have this really neat ability called water bubble, which lets you walk around the ocean floor in your own personal air pocket. This is great for farming kelp and looting shipwrecks. Since you guys are always asking how to connect to my 4 Elements Minecraft server, here's a quick tutorial on how to join my server on Java or Bedrock. On Java, just open multiplayer, click add server, change the name to Bendersmc, and set the IP to play.bendersmc.co and click join server. On Bedrock, you're pretty much going to do the same thing. Click play, then click select servers, and then scroll down until you see additional servers. Then click add server, make the name Bendersmc and the IP play.bendersmc.co and set the port to 19132. Then hit play and you'll be ready to master the 4 elements. Does waterbending still activate if you're in the nether? And how many different furnace types can a firebender power? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name is Blitz and I'm here with my waterbending friend today. As you can see, he can waterbend perfectly fine in the overworld, but if we go to the nether, you'll see that when I try and put down a water bucket, it immediately evaporates. However, if you place down a block of ice instead and try and use it as a water source, it does indeed work. This myth is true. Firebenders can fuel furnaces using their Fire Blast ability, but will this also work on smokers and blast furnaces? My firebending friend is going to show you that you can in fact fuel every type of furnace using the Fire Blast ability. This myth is also true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Does the extraction ability work on deep slate ores? And does airbending still work underwater? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with my earthbending friend who's going to demonstrate the metal bending ability extraction to collect fully smelted iron and gold ingots from these ores. But if he tries to use that same ability on deep slate, it does work, but it drops the raw equivalent of the ore, not the smelted ingots. This myth is true. Kinda. Airbenders can use their bending almost everywhere, but is that still possible when fully submerged? Above the surface, my airbending friend can use his abilities as much as he'd like, but once he hops in the water, all his abilities are instantly disabled. This myth is unfortunately false. What myth should we try next? Let me know down below. Can you perform a clutch using only your water bending? And is fire bending more powerful in the nether? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with my water bending friend who's gonna demonstrate the surge ability. Good job, very nice. Now, he's gonna jump off this cliff and activate that same ability while looking downwards. And as you can see, he landed on his feet, and he's perfectly fine. This myth is true. Firebending abilities deal more damage and have a larger area of effect during the daytime, but will you have this buff in the nether as well? Like I mentioned in a previous video, the nether doesn't operate on a day and night cycle, so your firebending will always be a little bit stronger there. This myth is also true. What myth should we try next? Let me know down below. If a waterbender fights a lava bender, will that make obsidian? And can airbending moves be used to pick up dropped items? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with my waterbending friend and my lava bending friend, who are going to take turns attacking each other to see if we can make any obsidian. Alright, so we tried a variety of moves, but none of them created any obsidian. However, waterbending abilities did convert naturally spawned lava into obsidian. This myth is false. Airbenders can generate winds powerful enough to lift their own body weight, so in theory their power should be strong enough to carry dropped items, right? I'm here with my airbending friend, and I'm going to drop these diamonds on the other side of this lava pool. He's going to activate his suction ability on the diamonds to instantly siphon them into his inventory. This myth is true. What myth should we try next? Let me know down below. Is waterbending more powerful in the end dimension? And does metal bending work on copper? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with my waterbending friend. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, waterbending abilities deal more damage and have a larger area of effect at night. But does that buff carry over to the end dimension? We're going to be using the water spout ability as an example. So during the day, my friend can fly up to 16 blocks above the ground using the ability. But at night, he can fly up to 24 blocks above the ground. We tried this in the end, and unfortunately he could only climb 16 blocks. This myth is false. One of the most obsolete materials in Minecraft right now is copper. Well, aside from making cool statues and lightning rods. But can earthbenders use copper to metal bend? My friend is going to try the metal fragments ability, and then the extraction ability. And as you can see, they both worked like a charm. This myth is true. What myth should we test next? Let me know down below. Can firebenders redirect lightning attacks? And does airbending still activate in the void? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with 2 of my firebending friends who are gonna demonstrate their lightning bending. So if my friend uses his lightning ability, my other friend can hold crouch to channel that lightning through his stomach and deflect it back at his enemy. This myth is true. Some of the handiest perks of being an airbender are fast traveling and fall damage immunity. But what happens if you fall into the void? Can you still save yourself? I'm gonna throw my airbending friend into this bottomless pit. Bye-bye. Once he falls below Y level 0, he's going to activate the flatulate ability combined with his air suction ability to propel himself back up to the island. It's tricky, but this myth is also true. What myths should we test next? Let me know down below. Is it possible to waterbend with milk buckets? And does earthbending work on amethyst? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz, and I'm here with one of my waterbending friends. If I give him a water bottle, he'll be able to activate his waterbending moves wherever he wants. However, if we swap that out with a bucket of milk, he'll no longer be able to activate his abilities. This myth is false. Earthbenders can bend almost every type of mineral and even metals, but can they also use their abilities on amethyst crystals? I have some good news for my geode lovers because every single amethyst block is indeed earthbendable, even the little buds. This myth is true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Does rainbow firebending deal more damage than regular firebending? And will earth and airbenders still negate fall damage if they land on pointed dripstone? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my firebending friend. So I've mentioned in a few videos that firebenders can use the light spectrum to make certain moves appear multicolored by saying a specific phrase in chat. But do those moves deal more damage than their red fire equivalents? My friend is going to demonstrate the fire breath ability, which if used correctly does 5 hearts of damage. Now he's going to use the rainbow fire version, and as you can see, he deals the exact same 5 hearts of damage. This myth is false. Earthbenders specifically don't take fall damage on blocks that are earthbendable, and airbenders don't take fall damage anywhere. Since pointed dripstone is technically an earthbendable block, my earthbending friend should be fine, right? Nope. What about airbenders? Also nope. This myth is false. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Does firebending still activate when it's raining? And do bending abilities trigger skulk sensors? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my firebending friend. As you can see, it's raining, we're getting pretty wet, but a little rain isn't going to stop my friend from using his firebending abilities. And interestingly enough, lightning is actually a firebending sub-element. This myth is true. In 1.19, Mojang added the skulk sensor as part of the wild update. The sensor will activate if noise is made nearby. But does this apply to bending abilities as well? Now, this one's a little interesting because it works with most earth and water bending moves. However, fire and air bending moves do not activate the sensor. Even sound bending doesn't activate it, which I think is pretty lame. This myth is true. Kinda. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Can you use water bending to heal yourself? And can metal benders perform the extraction ability on ancient debris? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my water bending friend. Watch me quickly beat him with this stick. Alright, that's good enough. There are 2 different waterbending abilities that can heal you. Healing Waters, which heals you while submerged, and Hydrotherapy, which gives you regeneration when you crouch with a water bottle in your inventory. This myth is true. One of the best conveniences of being a metal bender is being able to instantly extract raw iron, gold, and copper straight from the ore. But will this same ability work on ancient debris? Alright, so my friend is going to try and use his extraction ability on this piece of ancient debris, and as you can see, it does not work. However, netherite is a metal bendable material, and it will work with most other moves. This myth is false. What myths should we test next? Let me know down below. Do firebending abilities deal damage to zombie piglins? And does sandbending also work with red sand? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here in the nether with my firebending friend. So, zombie piglins are one of the few mobs in Minecraft that are immune to fire damage. But will this still apply to firebending abilities? This myth is a little complicated because moves like Blaze that deal fire tick damage won't hurt the piglins. But firebending moves that deal magic damage like Fire Disc and Fire Breath do inflict damage. This myth is true. Kinda. I always refer to sand bending as Earth's forgotten sub-elements. Sure, it might not be as cool as metal or lava bending, but it does have plenty of unique abilities. But will those abilities still work on red sand? I'm here in the Badlands with my sand bending friend, and as you can see, he can sand bend just like he could in a normal desert. I mean, come on guys, it's still sand, it's just in a different color. This myth is true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Can you waterbend using a cauldron? And does sandbending work on powdered concrete? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my waterbending friend. So we've got some cauldrons here filled with some different volumes of water. My friend is going to try and use them as a waterbending source, but as you can see, it doesn't work. However, you can fill up water bottles with the cauldrons and then use those to bend. This myth is false. Yesterday, we discovered that sandbending moves work on both red sands and white sands on my server. But will those abilities also work on powdered concrete? I've got my sandbending friend here, and he's going to show you guys that you can actually bend every single color of powdered concrete. This is one of these features on my server that just makes so much sense, and I love it. This myth is true. What myths should we test next? Let me know down below. Do earthbending abilities work on bedrock and obsidian? And can you use rain to waterbend? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with one of my earthbending friends. So we've got some bedrock and obsidian blocks here. My friend is going to try a variety of earthbending moves on them, but none of them will work. But wait, obsidian and bedrock should obviously be earthbendable, so why aren't they? I wanted the players to still be able to use obsidian to build and protect their bases with, and for bedrock, well, just imagine you're earth tunneling around and suddenly you plop into the void. Not very fun. This myth is false. Not too long ago, I made a video where I talked about the rain bending ability, which allows the user to draw moisture from the air and then use that as a water source to bend from. And what's cool is that this move can still be activated while it's not raining, but it will take like 10 times longer. This myth is true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Can airbending deflect projectiles like arrows and tridents? And can the metal fragments ability be used to duplicate iron and gold ingots? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my airbending friend. So airbenders can control winds powerful enough to summon tornadoes. So in theory, they should be strong enough to deflect arrows and tridents, right? My friend is going to activate his air shield and I'm going to shoot some arrows at him from a few different directions. Looks like arrows bounce, and tridents do as well. This myth is true. Recently, we've busted a bunch of myths using the metal fragments ability, which allows metal benders to lift up metal blocks and then shoot ingots out of them like a turret. But if you were to shoot those ingots into a hopper, would you then be able to collect them and generate an infinite amount of iron or gold? Side note, I didn't include netherite or copper blocks since they only shoot iron ingots. As you can see, this did dupe the ingots, but ingots sell for virtually nothing, so good luck making yourself rich. This myth is true. What myth should we try next? Let me know down below. Can you use firebending to light another portal? And do sandbending abilities work on soul sand? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my firebending friend. So as you may know, firebenders can use the fire blast ability to fuel furnaces, blast furnaces, and even smokers. But can my friend use that same ability to light this nether portal? The move does cast fire onto the obsidian, but as you can see, the portal is refusing to ignite because none of the blocks are updating. This myth is false. Recently, we've been trying a lot of sand bending myths, like if sandbenders could bend concrete powder or red sand. But I realized that there's actually one sand type that we have yet to investigate: soul sand. Alright, so we're here in the nether, and remember guys, this is soul sand, so it's gotta be sand bendable, right? It certainly is. And what about soul soil? It's sand bendable as well. This myth is true. What myth should we test next? Let me know down below. Can you waterbend using a cactus? And do earthbending abilities work on endstone? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm out here in the middle of the desert with my waterbending friend, and there's no water for dozens of miles. In real life, when people get lost in the desert, they drink the moisture inside of cacti to stay hydrated. Based on that logic, my friend should be able to use this cactus to activate his bending, right? Yes, cacti provide just enough fluids to allow the user to waterbend. This myth is true. Now we're in the end dimension with one of my earthbending friends. We're gonna figure out whether or not earthbending abilities work on endstone blocks. And I mean, come on guys, this is a no-brainer. It's called endstone. Of course it's earthbendable. This is just another reason why earthbending on my server is so awesome. This myth is also true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Can firebenders power minecart furnaces? And do plant bending abilities activate with nether plants? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here with my firebending friend. As we've seen in previous episodes, firebenders can ignite furnaces using the fire blast ability. So, in theory, that ability should also work on minecart furnaces, right? Unfortunately not, which is because minecarts are entities and not blocks. This myth is false. Plant bending has got to be the most unique waterbending sub-element in the game. One of my favorite moves is plant armor, which allows the user to equip a vine suit that gives the user access to 9 different plant bending abilities. But let's say you still wanted this convenience in the nether. Could you activate this move using warped and crimson roots? As you can see, it works like a charm. So much for there being no water in the nether, right? This myth is true. What myth should we try next? Let me know down below. Do sand bending abilities work on gravel? And can you plant bend with chorus fruit? Welcome to Mythbenders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. My name's Blitz and I'm here once again with my sand bending friend. Some of the sand bending myths we tried recently have involved other falling blocks like concrete powder and red sand, all of which are bendable, but will that same logic apply to gravel? Of course it will. Remember guys, sand bending is just a sub-element of earth bending, and gravel is already earth bendable. This myth is true.
Yesterday, we wanted to see if plant benders could use plants in the nether to activate their abilities. This got a lot of users asking whether or not plant bending would also work on chorus fruits. So I made a little trip to the end with my plant bending friend, and he's gonna try the plant armor ability on this chorus plant, and as you can see, it works like a charm. This myth is true. What myths should we try next? Let me know down below. Do metal bending abilities work on anvils? And can you use wet sponges as a water bending source?
Welcome to Myth Benders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server.
My name's Blitz and I'm here with one of my metal bending friends. Recently, we've tested a bunch of metal bending myths trying to find out the limits of what they can and can't bend. Since anvils are made entirely out of iron, they would have to be metal bendable, right? Correct. Not only will your anvil fix your tools, but now it's also your very own turret. This myth is true. Now I'm out here with my waterbending friend, and recently I've been getting a bunch of you guys telling me to see if you can waterbend from wet sponges for some reason. They're probably one of the most useless items in the game right now, but my friend is going to show you otherwise. As you can see, it will definitely let you waterbend. You also might notice that the sponge disappears, but it will regenerate after a minute or so, so no worries, you're not wasting any materials. This myth is also true. What myths should I test next? Let me know down below. Will firebending abilities still activate underwater? And can you plant bend with dead bushes?
Welcome to Myth Benders, the show where we figure out what is and isn't possible on my 4 Elements Minecraft server.
My name's Blitz and I'm here with my firebending friend. Okay, so we're gonna run a few tests here. So as you can see on the surface, he can firebend perfectly fine. If he steps into a 1 block deep pool of water, he can also still use his moves. However, once he becomes fully submerged, he will no longer be able to activate any of his abilities. This myth is false. Obviously. Now I'm here with my plant bending friend, and we've been testing a lot of myths recently, trying to figure out what plant benders can and cannot bend. Anyways, a bunch of you guys have been asking if the plant armor ability will work with dead bushes. I mean, they're dead bushes, meaning they were a plant at some point, but it will not work with plant bending abilities because it no longer has any moisture in it, meaning it's impossible to water bend. This myth is also false. What myth should I try next? Let me know down below. This is the brand new Cactus Blast ability that we just added to my 4 Elements Minecraft server. This move was coded a long time ago by a gentleman named Strange101, and as you can see, it lets you launch cacti at your enemies. This is a plant bending ability, meaning it is available to all water benders on my server. How the move works is you press crouch on the bottom segment of a cactus, and then you just click in whichever direction you want to send the cactus. You'll have as much ammo as the height of your cactus. So for example, if your cactus is 3 blocks tall, you can launch 3 cacti. If your cactus is 20 blocks tall, you can launch 20 cacti. The cacti do regenerate after a few minutes, so you basically have infinite ammo. I love making these little turret emplacements, which I can just jump into and start dishing out cactus blasts whenever I need to. Super handy to have around your base. I went invisible and took screenshots of players on my Minecraft server and then placed them in their base without them noticing. Alright, so we're gonna find a random dude. Oh, I found a random dude and he's like practicing like metal bending in his house. Ah, dang it, his friends are here. Alright, okay, I got a good screenshot of like both of them. I'm gonna place this down on their wall now. They're just looking at themselves. Okay, I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get one of them looking at the screenshot. I placed down the photo of them looking at the screenshot. This guy, he just noticed it. Dude, oh my gosh. These people have no idea what is going on right now. Okay, now I'm gonna get one of him outside. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on their ceiling. It's literally just a photo of the guy outside. He's checking outside. Oh my gosh. Yo, he's picking up his ender chest. This is so funny. I went invisible and took screenshots of players on my Minecraft server and then placed them in their base without them noticing. Oh, dude. I found an airbender. This is gonna be fun. Alright, I'm gonna take it from this tree over here. I'm gonna like zoom in on him like a lot. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, let's see how long it takes him to notice. He's totally oblivious. Oh, he just noticed. He just noticed. He's trying to get rid of it. Okay, I'm gonna get another screenshot of him. All right, got it. I'm gonna put this one on the floor. He has no idea what is going on, right? Dude, he's just going back to building. Dude, my man is unfazed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got another one. I'm gonna try putting this one over here. It's literally the exact same position he's in right now. He's looking at it. He just doesn't care, I guess.
Subscribe to the channel.
This is the brand new Meteor Dash ability that we just added to my 4 Elements Minecraft server. This move was coded by a gentleman named Drake Machihi, and what's cool about this ability is that it doubles as an attack and a traveling method. Meteor Dash is a combustion skill which uses small explosions to propel the user long distances and is available to all firebenders on my server. How the move works is you press crouch to launch yourself into the air, and you can actually do this up to 3 times, sort of like a double jump ability, and when you hit the ground, you will produce a large explosion like a meteor, hence the name. The blast does a good amount of knockback, so it's pretty handy for crowd control. Also, you get temporary fall damage immunity, so don't worry too much about how high you go. Like I said earlier, you can also use this move for traveling, and it's even more effective if you combine it with your Jets ability. This is the brand new Sand Surge ability that we just added to my 4 Elements Minecraft server. This move was coded by a gentleman named Pride, and Sand Surge is both an offensive and a defensive ability which involves creating a sand tidal wave from nearby blocks. If it wasn't obvious already, this is a sand bending ability, meaning it is available to all earthbenders on my server. How the move works is you press crouch on a sand source to push up a sand barrier, and you can either use this barrier as a temporary means of protection, as it doesn't allow most bending moves to go through it, or you can punch to throw it. This move has a pretty large area of effect, and like most other sand abilities, it will blind your enemies upon impact. So not only will this dish out damage, but it will also confuse whoever you're fighting. And yes, it will activate with red sand as well. This is the brand new Rock Wrecker ability that we just added to my 4 Elements Minecraft server. This is another move coded by Pride, and Rock Wrecker is an offensive ability that assimilates a large ball of magma which you can launch at your enemies. Rock Wrecker is a lava bending ability, meaning it is available to all earthbenders on my server. You might think this move looks really similar to the Earth Smash ability, which it does, but it's a little bit different. To activate the move, hold crouch on any earthbendable blocks and a magma cube will appear in front of you. The longer you hold crouch, the bigger the cube becomes, and the bigger the cube becomes, the more damage it will deal. And unlike with Earth Smash, I would not recommend using this ability to fly for obvious reasons. Also, bonus, this move is great at taking out armies of evil chickens.
So, how'd you know those chickens were evil?
I didn't.